Hi, my name is Peter Madden and this is A Conservative Voice. I want to look at this week at media bias and freedom of speech and what is seen as truth and what is seen as vilification, etc. in light of a rally that happened in Melbourne last weekend. Today I want to look at the Ministry of Truth. In 1984, the famous novel written by George Orwell back in the 50s and 60s, Orwell paints a very prophetic picture of what he thinks a totalitarian state will look like. Now, of course, at that time, communism was very much at the forefront of people's thoughts with the regimes in China and Russia and other nations with their incredible abuses and their totalitarian control. Now, of course, 1984 has come and it is gone, and we have not seen the Orwellian prophecy. However, for those who have the eyes to see, right now in our Western world, as we look at what's happening around our Western world, we are seeing the same story that Orwell depicted in his famous novel. In his novel, his primary character works in a place called the Ministry of Truth. Now, outside the Ministry of Truth were three great big slogans. One of them read, "Freedom is slavery." Another one read, "War is peace." Another one read, "Ignorance is strength." Now, it seemed frightening but theoretical back in the day. Now, I would put to you that we have, for those who have eyes to see, we have the Ministry of Truth right now growing around the Western world, and it is very dynamic and strong here in Australia. Now, why do I say that? I look at our highly secularized, highly politically correct media that have all sorts of now safeguards of what can be said and what can't be said, etc., etc. But this Ministry of Truth is the ministry of propaganda. It is that which defines and builds and tries to mold the thoughts of the younger generation. Now, the amazing thing is that the adherents of this Ministry of Truth, the crowd that would scream, literally scream, love and acceptance and tolerance, ironically hurl abuse and hatred and venom at anybody who would stand against what they believe to be truth, what they believe to be progress. Only last weekend, thousands of people marched peacefully in Melbourne to support the rights of the unborn child. Now, there were many who would come out and scream at them because they believe that the rights of a mother is more important than the rights of an unborn child. Many would believe that a woman has more of a right to live a life free of the burdens of a child than the child actually has a right to live later. But my point today is that these people, these adherents of the Ministry of Truth, talk about love and acceptance and tolerance and abuse people, saying that they are not accepting or loving or tolerant, while at the same time actually being full of hatred and venom and intolerance. It is quite extraordinary. Now, dozens of these people actually scream themselves hoarse in an effort to drown out all those exercising their right to freedom of speech, because they think they have a right to freedom of speech, but those who disagree with the Ministry of Truth don't have a right to freedom of speech. Keep fighting, keep getting involved in the process of upholding and defending the foundations of our nation. We are the guardians of the next generation. Thanks for watching.